What's up, guys? Winter Kills here. We are back again with another post-commentary duel video. So this time we're on DN, a little bit of change of settings, but that's alright. We got PePe Magicians versus TCG DDD, both TCG variant decks. So this is pre-Bosch. Obviously the next booster sets that's coming out that's going to support PePe a ton. Not so much DDD, but we're going to get a TCG matchup here. He's going to go Pendulum Call, adding Oath Dragon and Insight, and then, or Wisdom Eye as it's called over here, and then normal summon the Skullcrobat Joker, adding another copy of Wisdom Eye. On my side of the field, I'll be normal summoning Kepler. Kepler's going to grab me Contract, and I believe I'm going to add Abyss Ragnarok off of that Contract to set up further plays. Figured I got that Kepler on field, why not try and get rid of it, setting up that Ragnarok play by summoning the Dark and then banishing the slime. I used to summon it to summon out the Ragnarok, getting rid of my Kepler at 0 attack to banish his Skullcrobat Joker. I'll swing in at 22 and 28 for 5,000, set 2 contracts with the Witch. Basically have some pretty good removal, and I can boost both my monsters by 2,000 attack next turn if he goes in to make any rank 4 play to try to beat over the Abyss Ragnarok more so than the Dark, but it'll be at 42 as opposed to 22 due to both of the contracts. And he went Pendulum Call again for Pulse and Pit, discarding I think a Pit, and then he's gonna go use the effects of one of them, discarding the Pendulum, Wisdom Eye, not Hat Trigger, that was a mistake. Going to pop the Dark, and then he's going to Pendulum summon both Oath Dragon and Wisdom Eye, and I think he's going to use Oath Dragon's effect to add back Wisdom Eye Magician from grave. When I believe when it's normal special summon, then he will special summon the Hat Trigger from hand. He's going to overlay into a rank 4. I cannot pop any of his scales due to the conditions of Pendulum Call, and then when he goes attack, I will chain the Dark Contract, and then to the other Dark Contract I'll chain the other one, boosting his attack to 4,200, and he'll be taking a lot of damage off that. As you can see, he's already very low at life points for 2,000 life points, taking 1,700 points of damage, putting him down to 300 life points. And then he'll special summon a Damage Juggler off of the death of that Trapeze Magician, and then his Oath Dragon will die due to the effect of Trapeze Magician. And during my standby phase to add insult to injury, I'll just rip a Leonidas to gain the 3,000 that I would have taken and end up searching anyways, and he'll scoop him up there. Obviously game 2 I'm going to be going first. He's going to opt to go second. I'll open up with a Foolish play. Going to take a little bit of time debating on what I want to send here. Obviously, now my usual target, I guess I wouldn't say obviously, my usual target for the Foolish Burial is more often than not Necro Slime. Only if I, especially like early game like this, it's usually going to be Necro Slime unless I can't fusion summon like I can right now with the Leonidas and Swirl Slime. For Dark, just get a quick Dark on board. If I wanted to even more, I could use that Swamp King fusion again, but if it were later game and I had like a Ragnarok in hand with Leonidas already engraved, I would have Foolished for a Swirl Slime to set up that awesome play where I go Ragnarok into Leonidas and more shenanigans like that. He's going to open up Pendulum Call once again for Dragon Pit Magician. You'll be discarding for that, adding 2 Pendulum Magicians from deck to hand. Pendulum Call was absolutely insane for him in this whole match. He saw it, I'm pretty sure, every game. I'm not sure, we'll have to wait and see till game 3. He's going to have that full scale. He's going to give that key normal summon of the Skullcrobat Joker, adding Wisdom Eye Magician. Discarding the Wisdom Eye off, I believe, Pulse Pit. I forget which one destroys monsters exactly, but he'll discard a Pendulum monster regardless to destroy my Dark, whatever you want to call it. It'll Pendulum summon out 2, including his Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, and 1 Oath Dragon Magician. Synchro summoning for Ignister Ignister's effect will activate in order to special summon the Luster Pendulum from deck, and then it'll use its pop spin effect targeting his Luster Pendulum. Going to spin my MST. I will opt to chain it. Now I know that Ignister doesn't target, as people like to tell me several times in a past Infernoid video. I will chain it regardless when he goes to spin it. In this case, I have nothing else on my field for Ignister to spin, so it won't even matter if I chain it. At least I would hope not. Then I will fusion summon from grave with the Necro Slime, going for the dark, and then using my contract just banish the dark and Leonidas for Wave Oblivion King, stealing his Ignister, bumping my Wave Oblivion King up to a lot, I think 6,050. Dark is going to run over Oath Dragon, no problem. He'll take 700 from that, and then 6,050 from Wave Oblivion King, setting the breakthrough skill to hopefully stop the Ignister that he's likely to bring out, but I don't think it's going to matter too much, because as you can see with the pendulum, something like that, there's not much I can do, especially with now that he's going to go into Naruto, which is basically going to make my breakthrough useless, turn it into a token, might as well. I figured, you know, breakthroughing the Ignister is such an important thing to do in this matchup. Literally, if you have big beaters, they cannot do too much to get over them at all. If they can't get over them, obviously. I guess that makes sense, but if you stop the Ignister play, if you stop the Castell plays, they basically stop in their tracks. They can't search, they can't remove things on your side of the field, and he'll be able to suspend my stuff away in OTK. That's what effect negation is so key in this matchup, but obviously he had the Naruto, and there's not too much you can do about that, unless I would have had something like a warning, or make a contract with a witch. But anyways, we'll go into game 3. He's going to open up Foolish, sending his damage juggler, opening up a full scale of Wisdom Eye and Oath Dragon. Wisdom Eye activating its effect to go grab a pit with the Oath Dragon in the other scale. Oath Dragon will add back the Wisdom Eye. He'll pendulum summon out a Kirin, Magic Spectre Unicorn, I believe, 1 Plush Fire, and an Oath Dragon Magician. He does have a Naruto play at hand, but he figures it'd be better off leaving the Karen there, since he can use its effect to just act as a walking compulse, almost a better Pleiades, if you would, as far as his deck is concerned. I'll activate MST, destroying the Oath Dragon. I figured that one has a little more utility than the Pit. However, maybe destroying Pit would have been a little better. Obviously not opening up too well. Maybe if that was a Swirl Slime, this would have been a little better of a hand. I'll go transmodify the Necro Slime for the Swirl Slime, hoping he will destroy that Swirl Slime next turn by battle, giving me somewhat of a play. He's going to have another Wisdom Eye, activating its effect to place that Oath Dragon in Pendulum Zone. And the thing about DN is you can't actually place a monster from deck in your Pendulum Zone, which kind of sucks. Neither can you add monsters from your extra deck to your hand. Maybe they'll change that one day, maybe they won't. Oath Dragon obviously going to add back his Wisdom Eye from extra deck. Then he'll overlay for Naruto. I'm going to go Time Space, and that's going to go through. He's not going to negate it. At the time, he wasn't too sure if he could negate it, but obviously it's not a counter trap. That was a misplay. He just didn't want to take back. It was his own bad. So obviously, you know, you got to learn from your mistakes somewhere. But he's going to pendulum summon out 3 more anyway, so it's not going to be that bad. Adding back Kirin with Oath Dragon, attributing the Wisdom Eye for the Kirin, synchro summoning with the Mass Chameleon for Ignister. I'll break through it to stop his shenanigans a little bit more, take a little less damage. And I will draw that contract with the Witch, and there's not going to be a whole lot I can do, at least I don't think so at this moment, especially since he has that Kirin on board. Yes, yeah, Confusion. I could have banished Slime for Ragnarok, it will not matter regardless the situation. Even as I try to continue on the Pendulum Summit after that, like, I just have to scoop because there's not a whole lot I can do. So unfortunately, PePe Magicians will take the match over DDD's. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you're new. It's greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for all of your continued support. I can't thank you guys enough. As always, Winter Gill signing out. We'll see you in the next video.